Hey, good morning everyone. Nina Soul here, riding with a witch. Alright, y'all know the routine already. You gotta back it up out this driveway. Always gotta concentrate for these moments so I don't smack nobody, so I don't hit my garage. Okay. So, happy winter solstice, everybody. Okay. Yeah, so yesterday was the first day of the beginning of winter solstice, and to celebrate, hey, good morning, Mo, good morning, Gentry. So yesterday we went to dinner, me and my witchy sisters, my witchy squad of Chicago. we went to a place called Pepe's, kind of like just a Mexican food joint, and my husband had met up with us, so it was just the girls and my hubby, and yeah, we had a really good time. Good morning, Erica. We had a really good time. We had started out having some drinks at the shop to celebrate one of my sisters making changes in her life, and really great changes that were really hard things for her to do. So we had started celebrating at the shop, and then my sister Red Witch, she had a good idea of us to go and continue to have fun and go and have dinner, so we did. So anyway, we go to Pepe's and we're drinking margaritas and having a good time, laughing and just shooting the shit. And hold on, I gotta put my chapstick on. And yeah, we're having a lot of fun. We're having a good time. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we hear like everybody oohing and ahhing and oh, and all this stuff, So we turn over and we look, and there was this man on his knee proposing to his girlfriend, and it was the most beautiful thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, like of course I've gotten proposed to, but I've never witnessed somebody else just spontaneously getting proposed to. And I just thought it was the sweetest, most romantic thing. And it was funny because it had all happened while one of my sisters was talking about how she's, it's never gonna happen for me and blah blah blah, and I'm never gonna get married. And come on, what are you guys doing? She's like, I'm never gonna get married, and she's like, it's just never gonna happen. And I'm over here like, oh, shut the fuck up, stop saying that, and blah blah blah. I'm talking all loud, talking shit, because I always do that. I'm like, oh, don't talk. That's just how I talk, my girls know that's how I talk. That's how we all talk to each other. Like, fuck you, that's not true, blah blah blah, don't say that. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we turn and this guy is proposing to his girlfriend, and I was like, it is crazy how, I was like, the universe just fucking slap you around right now for saying something so stupid. I was like, you see, I was like, it's a sign. So it was so crazy how it had happened, because my sister was just saying how it was never going to happen for her, and then all of a sudden we witnessed such a beautiful moment. So it was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. And we're like, of course I'm the loud one, so when they were leaving I was like, congratulations, and I'm hitting my glass, and I don't know, I get all rowdy, especially when I get like, when something happy happens like that, I'm like, I have to like super make it into a thing, So yeah, that was awesome, and we had a really good time. We had fun. We had margaritas, we ate tacos, tacos. I think all of us had tacos. Everybody that ate tacos. And yeah, that was about it. And then we ended the night and we all went back home and, you know, to our homes. And that was about it. That was how yesterday was. And it was a really good day at the shop. We had time to do daily reading. So that was awesome. You know, I'm sure all of you guys already are aware of Red Witch doing her daily reads on our SVSS channel. So yeah, that was awesome because we've just been really busy at the shop. And even with orders, like if you see behind me, I have like boxes behind me that are getting shipped out today. So it's been busy and it's been great. And you know, just I don't know, to just witness things like that, it's like, it was just amazing. So I'm really enjoying the solstice already, and you know, I'm already getting planned on what it is that I'm wanting to accomplish and do for my 2018, my, you know, next year, my goals and my, I'm not gonna say goals, I'm gonna say my affirmations, because it's happening. It's all gonna happen. So mainly what I'm wanting to do for 2018, I really want to focus more on learning more, on educating myself more, on doing more research, having more time with my craft, with my practice, because I do a lot of stuff, and sometimes I don't get to spend enough time, you know, writing my spells or doing a whole lot of spell work, or, you know, just stuff for myself, because there's so many things that I do for others, and I love doing for others, you know, like, but at the same time I also need to give to me. So I think for 2018, that's definitely what I'm gonna try to focus more on. And you know, so with my, I wasn't really going to talk about it, but I'm like, whatever, screw it. Because I've been getting a lot of comments with people saying, you know, thank you for making the video, you know, talking about how you don't have to be a certain ethnicity to be able to follow a certain path, or to be able to communicate with a certain deity or have a connection with that deity. And so there was a comment left earlier on one of my videos. I did block him. I blocked him because it was like a comment about my hair this time. So my hair, I guess, is not, how did he say, it's culturally, what did he say? He said culturally something. Basically, I shouldn't have dreadlocks if I'm not African. So so there was that comment that was made, and I feel like because of the way that I labeled that video, I kind of drew attention from people that because I did look at his channel to see, you know, what type of person this was, and he was a person that was very angry about a lot of things that are happening in the world. You know, especially with you know, the cop shootings and stuff like that. You know, basically the things that have been going on in certain areas, in certain neighborhoods, where they feel that African Americans are being targeted by police. And I'm not gonna put my comments and my feelings on that, because let's see, shit, I'm about to do my hair in dreads and I am paper bag white. LOL. I love all cultures though. Exactly. So okay, so my whole reason of bringing this up, paper bag white. Stop it. My whole reason of bringing this up is because I don't want people to feel like they are being ruled by what other people are gonna say or what they're gonna think, because I've realized after making these videos that this is something that's really common, that people are feeling like they can't have a connection with certain deities. And then with that comment made about my hair, I'm just like, you know, how many people are out there are wanting to lock their hair, or to, you know, do something to just that they're wanting to do to express themselves in some way, and they're being like feeling like they can't do it because that's not of their culture, that's not of their ethnicity. Which really gets me, because if you look up the history of when locks started, you will see that there have been Egyptian tombs that have been discovered that there's actually, because our hair doesn't, like, our bodies deteriorate over time, like our bodies, you know, they wither away and they you know, turn to dust, you know, but our hair stays. So the hair that they actually found in these tombs were dreadlocks. So dreadlocks, and that I honestly, I feel like dreadlocks are just, they come from ancient history, just within all cultures, because if you think about it, back then they didn't have brushes, they didn't have combs, they didn't have hair care regimens, and you know, it wasn't important to them, you know, to anybody, to our ancestors, and it was natural to have their hair matting up and locking. And so for somebody to say that it's something that you have to be African to have some type of, you know, you got to have African or be black in some way to have dreadlocks, like, that's bullshit. Don't let what anybody has to say affect you or rule you in any way. If you want to have locks, get locks. Because for me, locks for me are not a way of trying to make myself seem like I'm something that I'm not. Locks for me, and again, if you look up in history, and if you look up the purpose of having locks and what it means to have locks, it's actually to teach you patience. So when you are locking your hair, it's not something that just, you don't just, you know, like, if you're gonna go and get it done by somebody else. I did my own because I wanted the full lesson of it. I wanted the full experience. I wanted to do it myself. I didn't want anybody else to do it for me, especially because I'm very like, I have to trust you in order for you to touch my hair. Not in a way where I think you're gonna fuck it up, but in a way where I don't know if I can trust you to touch my hair, because I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know if you're gonna ball some of my hair up, put it in your pocket, and go and try to do some work on me, you know. So I'm like, you know, I'll do my own hair. That's what I did. I locked my own hair, and my reason of starting locks, and it has nothing to do with the look, or with you know, like, if it's a trendy thing, or if it's, you know, just people are liking how they look, and like fashionable, or whatever. Had nothing to do with that, because I didn't see it as being I want to do my own too, but my hair is so long. Maybe you can give me tips. I can definitely give you tips, Gentry. So for me, locks are about patience. Locks will teach you patience, because they're not like your hair care regimen after you have locks is very different from when you don't, because when you don't, you can wash your hair. I used to wash my hair every day, because I used to love to wash my hair every day. I don't know, it was a thing. Now I wash my hair once a month. So it's very different, and it kind of teaches you a whole lot of things, because you go from being able to do one thing to completely having to make life changes. And now I have to wear shower caps in my hair. Otherwise, if you don't wear shower caps, you get dread rot, and that's nasty. If you ever had like a wet towel and let it stay wet and sit, and that smell of it, that's what your hair will smell like if you get dread rot. So and your hair, locking your hair, for me as a witch, my hair doesn't come out, you know, like my hair doesn't, I don't just have hair just, you know, falling off my head. Whereas me being a practitioner, I work with hair. So if there's somebody that if they're trying to do, you know, trying to target me in some way, guess what? I will find your hair and I will use that shit and I will defend myself. So me locking my hair, nobody's gonna be able to get to my hair. My hair doesn't just fall out. I don't just leave hair anywhere, you know. So so that's another reason. So it has to do with me being a witch. It has to do with patience, with me learning patience, because in this lifetime my lesson was patience. I needed to learn patience because I didn't have patience. I didn't have patience for people. I didn't have patience with myself. I didn't have patience with a lot of things. So I used this to teach myself that, and to discipline myself. So it's a way of discipline. Also, your hair, having long hair, and which is another reason why I love my husband's hair so much. His hair literally goes down to his ass crack. So sexy. But your hair is wisdom. Hair is wisdom. So when you have long hair, that's your wisdom, that's your strength, that's your courage. Hair is very representative of a lot of things that it is that we have. And when you cut your hair, like, you know, when people go to the army or the military and they have you shave your hair, like men, if they have you shave your hair, it's basically their way of reprogramming you, taking away what you already have, so that they can rebuild you and remold you into what it is that they want you to think, what it is that they want you to believe. Anything that's head work. For me, that's head work. And if you're, you know, witches, when I'm saying head work, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you can do head work in a negative way, and you can do head work in a positive way. Locks, for me, is a way of doing head work in a positive way. I'm doing good things for myself by locking my hair. And maybe it's not beautiful to everybody. Maybe everybody don't see it as beauty. But again, that's not why I'm doing it. That's not why I started this. I didn't know how it was going to look on me when I started to lock my hair, because my hair looked like a hot mess. It looked like shit when I first started. And you know, you're not going to get instant results. It's not like going and getting your hair colored or getting a perm or getting braids. You know, even with braids, if you go and get your hair braided, you have instant results. You instantly know what you're going to look like, because within, you know, that hour or hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it's taking for someone else to do your hair or for you to do your hair, you're going to have an instant result. Whereas with locks, my locks literally took 2 months to start to lock. And even then, they weren't fully and completely locked. And even sometimes now, I still work on my hair, because once in a while, I'll get a booty on one of my dreadlocks. Yeah, and I say a booty. Let me see if I can find one, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I know I have one somewhere. Hold on. Y'all are watching me pick through my hair. I just want to show you guys what a lock booty looks like. I'm going to show you my lock booty. See that? Kind of something like this, but it could be way worse, and it was way worse. When I first started locking, it was way worse, where I'd have like a literal, like it would look jacked up. And you don't get instant results. You don't get instant gratification when you're locking your hair. You have to be patient. You have to be patient, and a lot of people don't have that patience. So what they'll end up doing is they'll end up combing their locks out right away. And did you use back combing method? Yeah, I use Gentry. I use the twist and rip method, and I use the twist and rip method and the palm rolling method. And don't use beeswax, because beeswax will coat your hair, and you don't want that to happen, because that's another way that you can get dread rot, where you get trapped moisture in your hair. Basically I did back combing, and then you separate your hair, you twist it, and then you put it together, and then you separate it again. So you just keep twisting it, and you put it together, and you separate it in a different from the way that you twisted it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, for example, this is your hair right here, right? So you have a section, you separate that section into 2 pieces, you twist it, put it back together, then you separate it in a different kind of section, Okay, yeah, okay, you got me. All right, so twist and rip, palm rolling, you know, you palm roll your hair, and that you got to do it a lot. That's another thing too, is it's a lot of, you're having to connect yourself with your hair. Is with before, when I didn't have locks, I just had curly hair. So what I would do is I would just take a shit ton of mousse. Again, I'm using a lot of product in my hair. Hi, Trini. I'm using a lot of product in my hair before, and you know, I would just scrunch it, and that's how I would do my hair. But I wasn't careful with what kind of products I was using, what kind of shampoos I was using. I wasn't careful with any of that, and I didn't think about it. And you think about it, this hair right here, this hair is protecting your crown chakra. So right up here, if you're not being careful with what you're putting in your hair, your body is absorbing that, and it's messing you up. So with locks, it's another way of becoming more healthy for me. So it's not just, there's a whole bunch of reasons why people do get locks. Some people do get them for fashion or for trend or whatever. The reason why I got them is because they actually mean something to me. It's not just, oh, you know, I think they're cute. You know, they actually mean something to me, and that's why I got them. And it's not because I'm trying to portray myself to be something that I'm not, or somebody that I'm not. And again, the thing is that I haven't even shared what I, you know, what my ethnicity is, or what, you know, what I'm made up of, because for me, that's not, it's not really, yeah, I agree. I make my own shampoo. Oh shit, Gentry, nice. So for me, it's important to know these things, but it's also not important to judge somebody based off of how they look, because you don't know who their family is. You don't know what they're made up of. You don't know their ancestry. You don't know those things. So for you to judge somebody because they have brown skin and just automatically assume that they're just full-blooded Mexican, that's what this guy told me. Oh, you're Mexican and you're wearing locks. You know, so for him to assume that of me, I was just like, you know what? I blocked him, because he just seemed like a person. His channel was just very angry and very, you know, he was basically dwelling on all of the bad things that are happening in the world. And me, I recognize that there are bad things that happen in the world, but at the same time, how are you doing anything about it by being so wrapped up in it and not making changes and not being the difference in the world? If you don't like what is going on around you, be the difference. Don't empower what bad is going on around you, and don't get angry. Do something about it. And that's what I'm doing. So for somebody to target me and to talk shit to me because I have locks in my hair, and because my deities are African, and, you know, trying to, like, making it seem like I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not, you know, some people say the most stupid things. You have to ignore and block. Yeah, that's what I did, Trini. So I ignored them. I think your hair is beautiful, and it seems to fit your personality perfectly. Thank you, Erica. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I did block them. I didn't feed into it, because normally if somebody would come up to me and say something to me, you know, here outside, you know, in front of me, yeah, I do confront them, because I have to stand up for myself. But when it comes to things over the internet, I do recognize that there's going to be people that are just going to bash you for you being you. But what I'm trying to say is that don't allow what people are going to say or think about you to control you. If you feel like this is something that you want to do, if you want to lock your hair, lock your hair. If you want to have African deities, have African deities. Don't allow what somebody is going to think or critique. Don't allow that to control what it is that you want to do, because what they're thinking has nothing to do with you fulfilling what you're wanting. And go for it. Do it. Fuck what they gotta say. Do it. Because that's what I said earlier. I was like, whatever. Say what you want. I'm blocking you. You're just an angry person. You're just angry at everybody, and you're just looking for the dark things in the world. And, you know, when you judge others, be prepared to be judged yourself. So that's all I had to say. And I was just like, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to say that, because I do like that you guys are letting me know that, you guys had wanted and you guys felt called to work with certain deities, but you were afraid of disrespecting in some type of way. You know, I was happy that I was able to give you guys that closure of knowing that it is okay and not to let people control what it is that you're feeling called to do. And that's it, you guys. That's today's video. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the shop because I'm late and I have more packages to get together, and then I need to take my ride to the post office and deliver all these packages. And yeah, that's it. That's gonna be my day for today. And I don't know if I end up doing anything interesting, I'll jump back on here, but until then, I will see you guys at the next video. Oh, thank you, Gentry. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy Yule. And I will see you guys later. Blessed be.